Okay, and we're back.
All right, wait, are we
Sorry.
recording?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're recording.
Okay, sorry about that. My bad. My phone crashed.
Yeah, Kyle's shite internet, had to, do some crap.
Yeah, my bad. All right, where did you guys leave off?
So we left
I
off
don't
talking
really
about
know.
Constantine. Were you here when you were talking about Batgirl?
Yeah, I was here for that.
Zatanna.
I was not here for Zatanna. Let's run by that.
Okay, so Zatanna, I personally think it's going to be something animated by the logo. I don't know. Because, like, it could just be how it looks to me, but, like, if they actually make it something more, they're probably going to add more to the logo, like the Batman logo.
I mean, I wouldn't think so, because I'm assuming this is that, Zatanna project that was leaked a long, long time ago that was, leaked to come out in DC fandom. It wasn't. But, I'm assuming we're getting a more live action design Zatanna, because I've seen a lot of Zatanna anime content. I'm interested to see her in live action versions. If this is going to correspond with the Constantine show and lead into a Justice League Dark movie.
Okay. I think it'll be probably live action, but would you guys be mad if it was animated?
No.
Like,
I'd be fine with either.
To be quite honest, I trust animators and the animated DC movies a whole lot more than I trust live action DC movies.
Yeah, that's why I prefer it to be animated. They could do a whole lot more. An example I've seen of animated versus the live action being horrible is Avatar: Last Airbender.
Oh Lord.
Y'all know what I'm talking
about. The Shyamalan disaster.
Oh, speaking of Avatar, we got to add that to the list, the Avatar thing.
Oh yeah, okay, the new studios. I can go into that because I'm a really big Avatar fan.
I'll talk about Avatar overtaking Endgame, but we could talk about the studios too.
Oh,
I was thinking about
I added both to the agenda.
Okay. So, what else do y'all want to go over on this new DC slate?
Who do you guys think is going to be live action Zatanna? Who do you guys want? Zatanna was.
The first name that really comes to my mind is Ana de Adams, I think her name is.
Yeah.
Knives Out.
Yeah. I don't know.
She could be good.
Okay. Now hear me out.
Because they did have a good actress for her on Smallville, but I don't know if she'd still.
She was on Smallville?
Yeah, that was the first live action version of her was on Smallville.
Wow, I had no idea.
So was Cyborg and Aquaman.
Yeah.
Okay. Hear me out. Tim Burton directs, and Helena Bonham Carter is Zatanna.
I don't know about Helena Bonham Carter.
Yeah, no, that part was a joke.
I don't know about Tim Burton.
That would be cool.
I don't know, because I feel like I want a slightly younger actress.
Here's my thing about Tim Burton. Like, maybe his style would correlate over, but I just don't think. To be quite honest, I like 89 Batman Returns. I think they're fun movies, but I want to see more from superhero movies today, and I don't think Tim Burton can give us that anymore.
Yeah.
True. I'm trying to think of actresses, and I'm kind of blanking a little bit.
I don't really know many actresses who have like bright blue eyes like Zatanna and like the black hair. The only actress I'm thinking of was on Smallville, but I don't remember her name.
I've heard people throw out Alexandra. I don't know how to say her last name.
Is that who you're thinking of?
Yeah. The girl from Baywatch, yeah.
Maybe. I can see that, yeah.
I'm not fully down because, I don't know. I don't think she's the best actress. I've seen her in some good things, but recently, I don't know.
That's what I was going to say. Like, I've only seen her in two things, Percy Jackson and Baywatch. And, like, she wasn't amazing in either of those. It was a little wooden.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, she can probably pull it off. Like, if, like, right director. Who knows?
Tim Burton would not be that right director.
Yeah. All right. Is there anything else to say on the slate?
Not really.
I don't think so.
All right. What's up next then on the little itinerary we have? Oh, hold up. We can talk about
Wandavision.
Let's save that for last because it's gonna take a while.
Okay. Snyder cut.
Yeah, let's talk about the Snyder.
Guys, we're like 4 or 5 days away.
Guys, it's
I haven't seen any trailers. I'm just gonna watch it once.
Twitter's about to
once it comes out.
So,
Like, yeah, like I don't have much faith in this movie.
Guys, apparently it's good. Apparently people like it.
yeah,
Okay, from what I heard, Zack
people on
Snyder
Twitter
wanted to do in Justice League 2. I don't have faith in it. I'm sorry.
Did you guys know that, like, he was gonna have Blue Beetle in the third one, and like he was going to include a bunch of different heroes in the third? It would have been so bad.
Yeah, he wanted to make Avengers Endgame, but with Justice League.
Do it all at once and like not introduce them before.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted Batman to die, even though we all know Batman. He did not have a good enough arc to kill off Batman for it to mean anything.
And he wanted Batman to impregnate Lois Lane.
God.
Yep, and that was going to be the new Batman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the bastard child. Oh my God. What goes through that? Like, what was this going to come? Is this why Superman wanted to kill Batfleck in the Nightmareverse? Because he slept with his wife?
Well, I don't think they're married. I think they're still dating.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Wait, were they?
I don't know. Because I don't remember if he proposed or not.
No, because here's what happened at the end of BVS. Clark died, and Ma Kent gave Lois a package with an engagement ring in it. So Clark did plan to give it to the ring Lois, and Lois was wearing the ring at the end of BVS.
Hey, Clark
but they never actually got married. It was just a proposal, like proposal ring or engagement ring. That's what I mean.
It was a
engagement ring.
Brave.
Like, so that means they were engaged but never actually married.
It's still wrong. It's still wrong to the fact that Bruce and Lois slept together when Bruce tried to kill Clark in Batman v Superman. Which also, here's the other thing about that. We are supposed to buy that Bruce is supposed to form Justice League off of Superman's death, which some people also think Batman was going to stop killing people after Superman died. I don't believe that for a second. Zack Snyder is not in any way going to give Batman a no-kill rule arc because he thinks Batman killing is cool. Anyway, so we're supposed to believe that Batman formed the Justice League off of Clark's death, but he still wants to go have sex with his basically wife. I can't buy that.
But like, why would Lois even do it? That's what annoys me so much.
That's true. Why would she do it?
Would it be rebounds?
Yeah. Also, I'm totally not is that because this was supposed to be in this movie, and from the Justice cut, this only takes place maybe a few months after Justice League. This is not that recent, so either Bruce took advantage of her or Lois is just a terrible person.
No, she just
feel like because there's Zack Snyder, I feel like Bruce would probably take advantage because Lois is in a vulnerable situation.
I don't really see that from this Bruce, even though I don't still like this Bruce. I like some parts of his character. I don't feel like he'd do this.
Yeah, like, honestly, I don't know how.
I don't know. Zack Snyder wanted Batman to get raped in prison, so you know.
Oh yeah,
I could be wrong about a lot of things.
I forgot about that, and I was happy when I forgot about that, and I'm reminded now, and I'm unhappy.
Well, good call. I'm not sorry, Kyle.
Yeah, what is it with writers wanting Batman to get raped? Like, Talia al Ghul doing it to him in like 2006 or whatever. Like, remember when that happened in the comics? Because one writer misremembered what actually happened.
I mean, that was more of, alternate universes, which I'm still not the biggest fan of that, but, Talia wanted a child,
DC tried to write it out.
Yeah.
Like, they tried to, get rid of that, but, they never could.
Yeah, but like with what Snyder said about it, all it seems to me is shock value. All Snyder wanted to do was, okay, if this is where I was going to do Batman Begins, then I would have had a little more shock value, make it a little bit more darker. Yeah, but it doesn't add anything to Bruce's arc or story if he gets raped in prison. It's
it's
I
shock
don't
value.
know. Yeah, it doesn't really fit in anywhere.
Why would he even be in prison? Well, he does murder people.
Yeah, but how would he get caught?
Yeah, he
I
would
don't
just
know.
murder cops.
I mean, he's Batman.
I mean,
like, Batman doesn't get caught.
I mean, to quote what he said, "Listen, I love the Nolan movies. This is what I would do that I would think would be better." Which, no.
He's better. Isn't this guy like good friends with Nolan?
Yeah, I don't think he said this is what I would do better. He said this is what I would do differently.
Okay, because I was gonna say,
Yeah.
if he outright said I am better than Nolan, someone he's very publicly friends with, that would be a huge dick move.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
I remember this sketch with Screen Junkies where with like fake Nolan, where he was like, "Listen, I'm very happy decent with my hand-picked choice Zack Snyder because everyone knew the Dark Knight trilogy that I made was great, but it took Zack Snyder to make it look like genius." Which, I mean, not completely wrong.
Yeah. I really. Well, how would you react if the Snyder Cut was good? Really, really good.
I mean, listen,
I don't
I am
know.
open to enjoying it. I will be happy if I'm able to like this movie. It will not make me like Man of Steel or Batman v Superman. Okay, I see people on Twitter suddenly saying like, "Oh, people are like Man of Steel and BVS now." Listen, no matter what this movie does, I will still not like those movies. But listen,
Yeah.
Same.
I'm open to see Zack Snyder fixing the things he did wrong and maybe making this movie good. However, I still can't see how a 4-hour movie with a director that I don't like his movies, the only one I kind of enjoyed was 300, with characters that I don't like from his movies. I love them in other stuff, but like from the movies that and the characters that Zack Snyder has shown to people how to deal with them, I don't like these characters, and I don't see. Granted, I've also heard these outlets say that the you know shining light of the Snyder Cut is characters like Cyborg, which Zack even said Cyborg would be the best character in this movie. So I'm interested to see how characters like Aquaman, Flash, and Cyborg fit into this. I'm curious, even though. Did you guys also see that the shot that everybody hated from the Justice Cut with Batman is now a Snyder shot?
Yeah, that is so funny. It's
Yeah,
so funny.
and I saw everything like, "I will die on this hill. This is an incredible shot." Which, granted, it is better than Justice Cut because it's darker suit. It looks better. It's still not a good shot,
But
but
the
it
thing
looks
is,
better.
the problem with the Justice Cut is that the entire point of that Batman suit was to be shown in dark colors, and he like brightened the saturation a ton, so it shows the cracks in the armor. Like
Yeah.
it's not supposed to be in that kind of light, like for better or worse.
So the shot's stupid.
And
It shows Batman being vulnerable and dumb.
One thing about the Snyder Cut is people really need to like quell their expectations. If we've learned anything from WandaVision, people really need to learn that not what is going to happen is not necessarily what you want.
Listen,
Yeah, because
I don't-
everyone thought so much more was going to happen in Wandavision finale than actually happened.
We'll talk about this more later, but like my issue is that people won't like things because they were wrong. That's stupid. I'm sorry your fan theories didn't live up to your expectations, but they went a different way and decided to go more character. This is what a lot of people have been telling Marvel to do. Forget, big fan servicey moments, do more character pieces. And what annoys me is that people are now criticizing Marvel for something they wanted.
Don't worry, we'll talk about it. But
We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it later. I have a lot of opinions.
Snyder is playing into this. Every trailer has been 25% dark side. I can guarantee you there's not going to be that much dark side.
Listen, here's what I guarantee you. Every scene that we've seen dark side in the trailers, that's all we're going to see of him in the movie.
Because the thing is, the plan for this movie was to only have Darkseid be in a little. He's only going to visit Earth in the flashback. But if you look what about that Omega scene underwater? Flashback. I promise you it's only going to be in flashback.
Again, I've not seen any trailers. I don't know. I could barely watch the original Justice League. So, and from what I've seen of Zack Snyder's past, I honestly, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this movie.
One thing he did say that got me excited is there's going to be a big cameo at the end, and if Zack Snyder took the Paul Bettany class, that means Zack Snyder is going to be the cameo at the end.
Oh my!
I
feel
would
like-
laugh so hard.
I don't know because
No,
like it's supposed to be like a cliffhanger, right? It's supposed to end on a cliffhanger.
It's supposed to end on like a
we're
really.
gonna end on a cliffhanger, which that is so funny. Like I don't think
Okay.
you realize how hilarious it is. Because here's
I
Zack
think I
Snyder's
might
mindset
know
from
what
that.
the cliffhanger is going to be. I have some theory.
What's your
What
theory?
if? Okay, so we know Supergirl is going to be in the Flash, right? What if
Yeah.
it's like Supergirl's pod landing?
That'd be cool.
I don't know.
I'm 100% thinking it's Green Lantern, but that
Ooh,
might
that
be a
would be
little
cool.
too obvious. But here's
It's
my
like-
thing too. This is hilarious because this is Zack Snyder saying listen. I don't think he said. Well, I kind of do, but I think the more logical approach is that this is how his movie was originally going to end. It was going to lean in Justice League 2. But what I find funny is that he's keeping this ending. Maybe it's because he's actually going to show his cut. But what if he did put this surprise or cliffhanger ending? So what WB and HBO Max are forced to make Snyder Cut 2.
I think
Or
the most
Justice League 2.
likely Snyder Cut 2 and 3 are going to be made into comics.
Well, Scott Snyder was apparently approached to make those comics, but he passed on it. So if those
I thought
comics
he
are still
wanted to
going
make
to
the
happen,
comics, but then they said no or whatever.
yeah, Scott Snyder said no.
Okay, but I still
Zack didn't.
think
Scott Snyder did.
into comics, like, because there's no way in hell they're getting movies. At least I pray to God.
Absolutely not.
I
We're
hope
talking
they
about
aren't
restore the
getting more
Snyderverse.
movies.
I don't want them to restore the Snyderverse. They need to move on, and that's what the Flash is going to do. Even though it's going to be a reboot, maybe it's going to hurt the movie. It probably will. But I don't want hashtag restore the Snyderverse to be a thing. Release Snyder Cut. Yes, I've always been on board with that because I will always believe the director should have his cut out there. I want to see his movie, not a studio movie, his movie. But restore the Snyderverse. Listen, I mean, maybe you already knew that the plan was screwed up after the bombs of after what people said with BBS. They even went back and reshot Suicide Squad. So there is no way WB is going to do Restore Snyderverse because they don't like Zack. Well, maybe they don't like him. They don't like that the Snyder Cut is happening because it's taking all the focus away from what they're doing. They're all focused on what's happening. That WB is not even a part of this. HBO Max is making this happening, not WB.
Well said.
Yeah.
He does not want the Snyderverse. I don't think they even wanted the Snyder Cut in the first place. So I
They
think
originally said it didn't exist.
the thing is, the fact that the Snyder Cut is even happening is really pushing it. You can keep bitching about the Ayer Cut and the Restore the Snyderverse. The thing is, even if more people wanted it, the Snyder Cut's really pushing it.
Listen, if HBO Max wasn't a thing, the Snyder Cut never would have been released.
No,
Never.
never.
Yeah. And people would still be saying, release it, whatever. Because remember
like
that
if anything-
happened for 4 years.
I feel like if anything, the pandemic helped the Snyder Cut.
Yeah.
Because now streaming services have got this huge boost. If it was just the regular world, HBO Max would not have as many subscribers as it has, and the Snyder Cut would be a definite loss. Now, it's only probably going to be a loss.
It's again, listen, this is Snyder's vision. This is what he's doing. It's not. It's going to get a lot of views, but not as many views as they think it's going to be. Because listen, a big audience for these movies are kids, and granted, they still made a lot of money from R-rated projects like Joker. But when it comes to the Justice League, a team that is so focused on the children. Well, maybe not solely focused, but it's more of a family concept. But kids can't see it because it is Zack Snyder wanting to have a dark universe with dark characters, Batman saying F-bombs and killing people.
I legitimately think had Zack Snyder been given characters that suit his style, it would be really good. I joke about it a lot, but a Zack Snyder Punisher movie would legitimately be really cool.
Does it make sense? It fits everything Zack Snyder has done.
Use dark characters for a dark movie, not take lighthearted characters and turn them dark.
The Cosmo Variety Hour said it best. He's really good at taking things at face value. Like, he's really good at looking at things, like, that's what that is. So if you just give him a character like Punisher, where you don't really have to decipher much about what it means to be the Punisher, then you can just make a good Punisher movie, and he would be really good at that.
Like, everything. I think he would make a fine Punisher movie. He would never be my first choice to make a Punisher movie, because if there's going to be a new Punisher movie, I want it to be great. I only think the Punisher movie that Zack Snyder would make would be good.
Fair. I still think
I want to see more from a Frank Castle movie, because I don't want Zack Snyder's whole point on the Punisher is that he kills people. Is it right or wrong? Because I don't think Zack Snyder sees killing people as wrong.
If there was a gun to your head, and Batman's gun, we could even say, and you had to give Zack Snyder a DC character direct, who would you give him? It has to be a hero. You can't just cop out and give him a villain.
What? I was gonna give him Deathstroke, whatever.
I know you were, but that's.
Red Hood.
Yeah.
I mean, he's an anti-hero, but
I'll allow it.
I mean, he's still like similar to Batman.
Yeah, like
because he was trained by him.
Good intentions, bad execution, like The Last Jedi. But
yeah.
It's tough, right? There's not that many.
Also, here's my thing about that. I don't think Zack Snyder likes Red Hood because he made sure Red Hood would never exist in that universe by killing off Dick Grayson.
The thing is, like,
yeah.
did you see that post about how good Red Hood could have been in the Nightmare timeline?
Yeah, Red Hood would have been so good in with Zack Snyder's Batman if only Zack Snyder didn't hate Red Hood.
Imagine if Red Hood was alive and he lived to see the Nightmare timeline and he saw Batman working alongside the Joker. Imagine how cool that would be.
Wait, y'all, I just came up with another theory.
Here's another thing with that, too. My issue with that as well is that I figured Red Hood would be even more angry at Bruce because Bruce has shown to kill people, and he hasn't killed the Joker. And what Jason would think is that Bruce never loved me enough to kill the man who killed me, but he's able to kill all these other guys.
God,
yeah,
Red Hood, he's so Joker good in this universe.
Alive?
This universe,
but no, Dick Grayson.
To Red Hood.
Yeah, okay, I came up with a new theory. Y'all, what if the cliffhanger at the end is like New Robin or something, or like possibly Dick Grayson coming back to life in that universe? I don't know.
Oh my god, if Dick Grayson comes back to life, I would laugh.
If Zack's New Robin, it's going to be Damian Wayne. Like, I don't think he wants
to. Oh my god, what if it is Damian Wayne?
I don't think so. I think if Zack Snyder's going to do a Robin, he's going to do Carrie Kelly. If Zack Snyder's going to do a Robin, it will 100% be Carrie Kelly.
Oh yeah, because he's only ever heard of one comic.
Yeah, he's only ever heard of Carrie Kelly Robin.
He's only ever looked at pictures for one DC comic, and that's Dark Knight Returns.
I really like this narrative that he doesn't know comics have words.
Because he did not read Dark Knight Returns. I refuse to believe this. If he genuinely thinks that Bruce Wayne killed a lot of people in Dark Knight Returns, that is ridiculous. That takes away from how good Dark Knight Returns is. I hate it when people think Bruce had a kill rule in Dark Knight Returns, because that makes the final confrontation with Joker mean absolutely nothing. The whole point of that confrontation is the fact that Bruce was finally willing to kill the Joker, but he couldn't go through with it, and that's so powerful.
But Trey,
he killed.
It be badass if Batman killed, and wouldn't it be badass if he got raped in the prison? Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm actually getting angry talking about this. Hang on.
Holy shit.
Should we move on?
Trey. Zack Snyder is just Johnny Lawrence if he was a film director. He's literally just Johnny Lawrence.
No, wait, hold on. I haven't even talked about this yet. Hang on. You know what? Here, I'm gonna be right back to my AirPods about to die. So, here, keep talking about this. I'll be right back. I need to bring up something about Batman in this universe.
Holy shit, that is so funny. So, you haven't seen Cobra Kai, right?
What?
You haven't seen Cobra Kai, right?
No, it's on my list.
You gotta get on that.
Or is it? I don't know.
What?
I should probably add it to my list. I have so many shows on there already, though.
If you ask Trey, he's going to tell you that you have to watch Karate Kid 2 and 3 first. I have not seen them, and I still understood the show fine. You only got to really know the plot of the first one. Cobra
Kai's my favorite show.
Yeah.
Okay, listen. So here's what I'm going to say about Batman, because I watched a couple of movies the other day that make me now laugh when I think about this Batman's morals. So I watched the Saw movies, all of them.
Oh, I remember.
I
I've
told
seen the
Tyler,
first Saw movie.
yeah, but here are Jigsaw's morals. He despises killing. He doesn't think that he's killing the people he's putting traps in. Even though these people are dying, he's laying these traps. He is poisoning people. They are dying. He doesn't think they're killing people. Is this not what Zack Snyder said about his
Yeah,
Batman?
in the
Did he
words of
not?
Zack Snyder, if
Did he
Batman
not
blows up a
say
car,
that?
then
Yeah,
like
did he
he's
not
not at
say?
fault.
Yeah, did he not say that Batman shooting people with a car with guns on it was not killing people?
I honestly don't believe that because, like, Batman
It's-
knows what he's doing when he's killing people. He should know if he's ramming a car into someone.
Yeah,
Snyder was
like
just trying to save face.
granted, listen, I love Batman Begins. I still hate the fact that Ra's al Ghul died that way. That was a stupid way to do it. It takes away a bit from the moment. Still love the movie, but it's
I
dumb.
know.
I will never defend, no matter how good the movie is, Batman killing if it's a wrong way. Like Bruce somewhat killing Harvey Dent in The Dark Knight, that works a lot because Bruce felt bad. He retired. The Joker won.
Because here's the thing: Batman isn't here to stop crime. He's here to protect life. His whole thing is he's trying to make sure no kid has to experience what he experienced. He wants to make sure no one's loved ones are being taken away from them. He's trying to protect all life at all costs. Even if killing someone indirectly, that is still going against what his character means.
Which is why that Batman is not Batman, not the real one.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. Looks like someone has joined us.
Oh wait, someone joined us?
Yes.
Oh my God, Mohammad.
Oh, and he turned his mic off again.
His mic might be off. Wait, Mohammed, you there? No, his mic is still off. All right, anyway. All right, are we done talking about Snyder?
Yeah,
Please, I want to be
my
done.
brain actually hurts. I got too angry.
I still
Okay,
can't get over that Johnny Lawrence thing.
Isn't the next thing on the list Benedict Cumberbatch?
Yeah, that.
Something about him.
Oh, yeah, Cumberbatch said he wouldn't play Thrawn, which okay.
Yeah.
Wasn't it because he didn't want to wear like the colored makeup or whatever?
Yeah, he didn't want to wear blue makeup, which fair enough.
Yeah, no, like
I'm not torn up about it. Like me and Kyle discussed this. Cumberbatch was never our first choice to play Thrawn. Now Lars Mikkelsen, come on.
Lars Mikkelsen is who voices him in Star Wars Rebels. He's the brother of Mads Mikkelsen, and he already looks
hell yeah.
But yeah, he's legitimately the perfect person. He sounds like him. He looks like him. Brother of Mads freaking Mikkelsen.
Who's don't at me, best Hannibal Lecter. I'm sorry, Anthony Hopkins, love you. I still like Mads Mikkelsen more.
I just think, yeah, like he's the perfect choice in pretty much every way. I don't see why people wanted Cumberbatch in the first place. Just because he's British doesn't mean he's evil.
I mean, I'm not gonna say Cumberbatch wouldn't be a bad Thrawn. I've seen him play Khan. People don't like his Khan very much. I kind of like it. I've seen him play Smog. He was probably the best part of Distillation of Smog.
I don't know. Something about him just doesn't radiate. Whenever Thrawn speaks, there's like a chilliness to it, like old sting to it. Like his voice reminds me of like steel. So like I just don't think Benedict Cumberbatch has that like resonant voice. And we know for a fact Lars Mikkelsen does because he voiced Thrawn. He's the one who gave him that like resonant voice.
I say Ralph Fiennes.
Oh, look who decided to show up.
I woke up from a nap, please.
Oh, how was your nap?
It went well. When you wake up from after have an 8-hour shift at a grocery store, the first thing you want to do is take a nap. So, please.
Fair enough. Yeah, Ralph Fiennes would be good. I've seen him play the intimidating villain. He wasn't
Schindler's List.
Schindler's List. Yes, that's what I was thinking. And not Voldemort.
Yeah.
I mean,
go on.
No, I got nothing.
I still we're going to see Thrawn soon. Definitely in the Ahsoka show, if not sooner. I just think we need to we're going to get an actor soon. Like, I'm saying within the next few months.
And the fact that Katie Sackhoff proved that she can play a great live-action Bo-Katan while still playing a great voice of Bo-Katan, like, Come
Yeah.
on. You know you can do it.
In the words of Den of Geeks, anything that's not Lars Mikkelsen is an L. Like, he's literally just complete perfection for the role. All right. So is that all we got to say on Thrawn?
Yeah.
All right. What is next on the itinerary?
So the next thing is Superman and Lois. I do want to talk a lot about it, but y'all haven't seen the new episodes yet, so I don't want to say
I've only
anything
seen the
without
second
spoiling.
episode.
I've only seen the first one.
Because there is a big topic I do want to talk about that did happen in the second episode, but like.
All I'm really going to say about the second episode is that the things that I was nervous about in the first episode, being Captain Luthor and Jonathan Kent, they worked really well in the second episode, and that made me happy.
Yeah. And I do like how they're showing Jordan Kent finally fitting in more, like, at school and with his brother, and finally connecting more with his dad. So I feel like that's all we can really say for now.
Yeah.
All right. If
I
that's
think
all,
the next thing on our list was Tom and Jerry.
yes, Tom and Jerry Cut, which is
the leak that seems so fake when you hear about it.
But the fact that it's real is the greatest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, so funny.
Just picture the little children being like, I'm going to watch Tom and Jerry. Oh, it's Batman. Whoa, Batman. Why are you swearing Batman? Why are you murdering people?
It's like the first scene that they have in Joss's Justice League. Remember with Superman and his badly CGI'd mustache?
I just like to think of the scenario like these parents are sitting their kid down, like, okay, we'll put on Tom and Jerry, shut them up for a few minutes. Oh, it's a different
Superman.
movie. Wait a minute, is that Batman? Oh, 4 hours. That'll shut him up for even longer. Okay, we're gonna go into this room over here while you watch this definitely very appropriate movie.
I feel like it would still show the same amount of time for like Tom and Jerry, but it would just be playing Justice League instead.
Here's my thing too. Because apparently only 2 hours were leaked. So I want to watch these first 2 hours Justice League and be like, wow, this is what children saw. They thought they were about to watch two CGI animals run around a hotel.
Did you guys get the chance to talk about Justice League?
Yeah.
Oh.
We did.
Just as you joined, we stopped.
Oh, whoops. Well, I thought the movie was alright.
Wait, you saw
it? Can't confirm nor deny. I know some things.
That's the new one?
That
you saw?
I cannot confirm nor deny.
Okay. Did you like read leaks online or did you actually like see it?
I cannot tell you. All I can tell you, the movie's fine.
You little shite.
Okay, the thing is though, Muhammad calling this fine must make this the greatest movie in the universe. Because the thing is, because he's been very critical of like BVS and Man of Steel, rightfully so in my opinion.
Because they're bad.
Yes, they're bad movies. So I'm confused on why he's calling them fine.
I feel like he's trying not to say anything. That he knows.
Yeah, thing is, there's like a Warner Bros. Sniper at my window right now.
So Muhammad, blink twice if you've seen the movie.
How can you tell?
All right, he blinked twice, guys.
Muhammad, tell
Do you understand Morse code?
All right, guys, you've seen the movie. I can see him.
Bro, I'm in my bathroom.
Okay.
Dude, Kyle is the Warner Brothers sniper.
Muhammad, I am the toilet.
Joke's on you. I'm on the ceiling.
Damn it.
Spider-Man?
Getting A-nated.
All right. Do we have any more to say on Tom and Jerry, or was that just funny and we're gonna leave it?
I think that was really it.
My parents forced me to watch it.
But here's my other thing too. Do we think this is sabotage on Warner Brothers' part?
No. There's got if this was intentional, there would probably be a lawsuit because that's not illegal. But I
also want to know how it happens.
It could simply just be a coding error in the website.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. That's more likely it, because I just find it funny. Warner Bros. Hired 007 or something like here, infiltrate HBO Max HQ, release the Snyder cut.
Okay, it could have been a lot worse. It could have been a more inappropriate movie.
Yeah, no, it could have this is bad, but it could have been bad.
I
It
feel
could
like
have been a
at this
lot
point,
worse.
I feel like at this point they might as well just release the movie now.
I mean,
Exactly.
we're getting in like a week. I feel like a 1 week advance wouldn't be that big a deal.
No, less. Guys, it's Sunday. We're getting this on Thursday. We are getting a 4-hour movie on a Thursday.
Yeah.
You
It's gonna be
know,
so annoying because I
you
don't.
know
If you wake up
damn
early, you
well.
can only watch like part of it. Like, there's no way you're gonna wake up early enough to watch like the whole thing.
Literally nobody above the age of 6 is free for 4 hours on a Thursday. Literally no one.
Like maybe
Which
I can watch
I know
4
why
hours
HBO
when I
Max
get
is
home,
doing
but
this.
like, or during
But
school, maybe
it's
study
still
hall.
ridiculous. It's still ridiculous. Which, like, listen, I see what HBO Max is doing. I've said it. We all know what they're doing. They're trying to compete with Disney Plus Falcon Winter Soldier, which I guarantee you Falcon Winter Soldier does better numbers. I
Yeah.
guarantee it.
Oh my
Of course
god!
it will.
Just
You know,
we'll see.
come Thursday night, Trey has his belt ready, and then and then in front of his TV, there's this Zack Snyder's Justice League movie, and he's gonna beat it. Like he's gonna start whipping the TV every time he sees something stupid.
The TV's gonna be destroyed in an hour.
Just like
That's
hit
the
the TV,
point.
punch it as hard as you can. Every time something you don't like happens. Every time Batman appears or Superman.
Dude, that's a challenge. Hit something every time you see something you hate. Don't worry, I'll keep a counter.
That should be like a drinking challenge.
Honestly,
Only have
When we watch
21.
this movie, we gotta keep a count of stupid things. I'm gonna bet
Dude, listen,
like the double
uh,
dip.
dude, listen. I'll bring a pack of Monster. Anytime something dumb happens, we'll take a sip.
Oh my god.
I've never had Monster Energy in my life.
I've had
I've
like
never had Monster, and if I do, and if that happens, I'll throw up within the hour because I cannot have caffeine.
People make jokes because like there's that like meme online of like, oh, my name is Kyle and I drink Monster, so I had to do it at least once.
I know.
Talk about society.
All right, Spider-Man franchises. Do you want to talk about this?
Yeah, let's
Sure.
talk about that. So
Okay,
one
so-
for
Interesting.
There was a
Peter Parker, one for Miles Morales.
yeah that one's gonna be college Peter Parker and the teenage Spider-Man's gonna be Miles Morales.
Or I have a question.
I have an answer.
What college is Pierre gonna go to?
Ooh.
Probably NYU.
Out of state or in state? How much is the tuition? Did he get a scholarship?
He's got
Is he get,
Dude,
I feel like Tony would already
we know,
set that up for him.
Yeah, like two things. One, he's got that Tony Stark money that he could borrow from. Two, he's a pretty smart kid, and he did get an NYU in the comics.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the MCU, which is like probably different.
In my opinion, college to early adult Spider-Man for Peter Parker is my favorite. Like, my ideal Spider-Man age is like 23, 24. And I feel like
Marvel Spider-Man is perfect.
Yeah, so like college is a good compromise. And in my opinion, Miles Morales is the definitive teen Spider-Man. So if this is where we get eventually to where we have an adult and a teenage Spider-Man, that would be so cool.
Yeah.
Like, I would love that. That'd be amazing. Like, this would be really cool. Really.
Okay.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah,
Hello?
it'd just be neat.
Right.
I don't know what just happened, but
Yeah, someone cut out because I heard someone say something and then blip away.
Oh, I think that was me. My AirPod was being weird, so I took it out for a second, put it back in.
I see.
Sure, we're still recording though, so that's fine.
Yeah.
We're still in business.
So
Alright.
what's next? We're still talking about Spider-Man?
Here's my thing with this. I'm fine with this one because I believe that Miles is going to be more focused on the Sony side, while Parker is going to be more of, MCU side, which, fine. If this is how we're going to get more characters in the Spider MCU verse, all right.
Yeah.
Isn't there still going to be another animated Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse movie?
Yep.
Yes, there's gonna be a few. There's gonna be a direct sequel and an all-female spinoff.
Oh, yeah, okay. Because I wasn't sure that was still happening or not, because I remember that being announced.
And apparently a TV show, too. Speaking of which, I actually want to talk about that. If there is a Spider-Verse TV show, what would you guys want? Like, who would you put in there? Because I have an idea.
Spider-Man 2099.
I want to have the adult Peter B. Parker as like an Adult Swim TV show. So have it be like a teenage 14 up show, and it would be real, like have it be more comedy based. It'd be really funny.
Yeah.
No, I disagree. I don't know. It doesn't feel right. I mean, sure, that Peter Parker addresses some hard issues. I don't see like a
Yeah, I don't know. 'Cause I don't really want like they can do what they want in the Spider-Verse 2 movie. But if we're gonna get spin-offs, I don't really want anyone from the main Spider-Verse cast to, be included as a main role in a spin-off. Because listen, we got Into the Spider-Verse, but I want into the expanded Spider-Verse because the Spider-Verse is big. There's a lot of spider people
That's
out
what
there. I want
into the expanded Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Anyways, what were we saying?
I forgot.
Yeah,
right.
like
Franchises. Yeah. What were you saying about that? Man, we are
I
great.
think we were just saying, hey, there's gonna be 2 franchises. I don't know what else we were saying.
Yeah. I don't have much to say on that. I really like that concept, and especially if Peter Parker goes fully into adulthood, that would be fantastic.
Which, like, here's another thing too. Tom Holland has said that he would play Spider-Man until he can't walk anymore. Which I'm glad he's saying this. Wait, maybe not now. Maybe as his career continues, I hope he still has this energy because he's a great Spider-Man. I want to see him for a long time as Spider-Man.
Yeah, I want to see him go through all the Spider-Man phases.
Yeah.
Even Spider-Man One More Day again?
Shut up! No. Shut up! That's not real. Never happened.
And
here's my thing with the shared universe too. Is Miles and Peter going to collaborate? Like, is it going to be? Are they ever going to meet? Are they just going to be like two separated? Or are they going to be like okay, we know each other?
They have to meet.
Here's what I think is going to happen. So, I think this Peter Parker is going to be in its own universe, the MCU, and then Miles will be in a different universe, and then they'll make a Secret Wars movie, and then they'll meet for the first time, like in the comics.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wait, also, I forgot to tell this at the beginning of it, but put it on the list. There's a Batman leak I want to talk about.
Which one?
For the Batman movie or?
For the movie, yeah.
Okay.
Do we just want to talk about that now?
We can talk about it now.
Okay.
I mean, sure. So, there's a leak that Thomas the Thomas Wayne Telltale storyline will be what Thomas Wayne will be like in the Batman universe. Evil, corrupt mob kind of thing.
Wait, was this from Grace Randolph?
Yeah. So I'm taking it with a grain of salt.
Trey, don't listen to her.
Don't listen. I'm taking it with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
I still want to mention it a little bit.
Trey, if you hear something from Grace Randolph, don't believe her, because most of the time she's just lying. Like she said, Deadpool would be in Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah, no, I agree with that, but like, listen, maybe for once in a while she's right. Finally, maybe this is gonna be Telltale Bruce Wayne.
We got something like that in Joker. Something.
We did, and that's my issue. We've seen Mobster Thomas Wayne done so much now that I'm kind of getting sick of it.
Wow, Trey hates rich people.
The thing is,
not necessarily.
Trey, you made that tweet earlier today, and I really agreed with it. Like, you retweeted on that tweet, and that it's like, if the Waynes are like bad people, that makes like their death a lot less impactful.
Which, granted, I think Telltale is a great story, and I think the way they handled the Thomas Wayne evil thing, it's done well. But I think it's more impactful if Bruce's parents were good people, so we could see that Bruce never had a chance of a normal life. If Bruce did not have that random act of violence done to him, he could have had a normal life. But nope, that random act of violence was taken. What happened to him, so he became Batman. But in like Telltale, if that never happened in that alley, then Bruce, for likelihood, could have become a monster. Which, granted, maybe that's something interesting they could explore. But I just think it's more impactful if Bruce had a chance of normal life, but that never could have happened to him because,
I get what you're saying. I personally like I think a mix of both. I think you can definitely have it be like Thomas Wayne's a good person. He got wrapped up in all of this, or thing like, oh, his coworkers were and they set him up. But even if his coworkers set him up, it's not a random act. So I definitely think you should go more towards he's just a regular good person. But if you want to work in the whole mobster thing, you gotta make him come out still as a good guy.
Yeah, because, like, listen, granted, here's my thing. I will always say that Joe Chill should never be hired by someone to kill the Waynes. I don't like that concept because a random act of violence, this could have happened to anybody, is so impactful to who Bruce Wayne is. The fact that Thomas could have given him anything, but it's still happening because Joe Chill was a scared man alley. Granted, the only time I've seen Joe Chill being hired done beautifully was in Gotham because the Mattress Malone who killed Bruce's parents, Bruce, he didn't remember. It was just some other thing that happened. Nothing happened there, which I like. But yeah, what I am assuming if something like this will happen in the Batman, because I think Matt Reeves did say we're going to explore the Wayne corruptness. I think Thomas Wayne will be a good person. I think he wanted to get away from his family's corrupt past, but there will still be a corrupt past to the Wayne family in the history of Gotham. But Thomas Wayne tried to get away from that. He is dead. Bruce is Batman.
Yeah, I agree. Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta say, I agree.
All right.
We want to talk about the Cherry thing.
First of all, have we all seen Cherry? Because I don't.
No.
No, and
Nope.
I don't.
Listen, I might watch it because I'm very curious.
Now listen
I'm
here.
not.
Listen here. I'm no doctor, but we're gonna have to talk about the butthole.
Yeah, that's the only thing I want to talk about in this movie. Everything else.
All right.
That's not what they're supposed to look like, right?
Can you give some context?
Yes.
For those who
I don't
haven't
know.
seen it?
I don't know context.
We get a shot of inside Tom Holland's butthole. First of all, why is it black?
It's not black. It's like a shadow. It's not like.
It doesn't look right. It's also too long and too thin.
Like the shot
the thing is,
inside and it's looking at
way-
the doctor looking in.
They probably had a double. I don't know if it was actually Tom Holland or like was it a double?
No, it wasn't a butt at all. Like if this wasn't,
it was shot like it was inside.
Oh, so it was
ugh.
Which if it is a real one, that's some seriously weird implications.
I mean, you could do that.
You could, but you shouldn't.
But why would you do that?
Like more
unless it's like for medical purposes.
Here's my issue with that. Like, listen, I'm not a big fan of David Fincher's Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. I think there's way too much shock value stuff in that movie for me to like it. But this is what that feels like to me. This doesn't feel like listen, I haven't seen the movie. Maybe I could be wrong. This doesn't seem like a story thread. It seems like shock value. And I hate shock value. It's dumb.
Yeah, now, did you see what I retweeted on Twitter today where, like, that moment where Tom Holland's in the porta potty and then he...
What is this? I don't see this furthering whatever Tom Holland's character's name is. I see this as shock value, and it's dumb. All I'm seeing from this is the Russos trying to say, "Oh, we made a bunch of comic movies. Now we can go into dark stuff where we can see Tom Holland jerking off in a porta potty." It's dumb.
What? This movie just sounds so bad.
And this is a true story. Don't forget.
Oh my god.
So yeah.
Why would anyone even want to make this? Okay, I'm just. Why would you want?
Even the really crappy makeup effects where Tom Holland's supposed to look like 40 with the mustache. He looked like Sully more than Mark Wahlberg looked like Sully.
You took that from the tweet.
Yeah, that was a funny tweet.
But this also doesn't look convincing. He's got too much of a baby face. Like he's got the Ralph Macchio effect, where he perpetually looks like 10 years younger than he is.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's why he was so good at Spider-Man, because he legitimately looked 14.
Yeah, you can buy him.
Yep.
Okay.
So I feel like that's all about the whole Cherry
I don't
thing.
want to talk about Cherry until I've seen it and have a full opinion on it.
So,
Mohammed, where does Cherry belong?
What was it?
Where does Cherry belong, Mohammed?
In the bin.
Ah, there it is. I was hoping you'd say the streets, but the bin works too.
Oh. Sure, we can do that. Wait, I want to... Wait, did you guys talk about WandaVision?
No, we're
Not
saying
Planning on
yet.
talking about that last.
Oh shit.
I want to talk about Avatar next. First,
The movie or the
the
show?
blue Avatar movie overtaking Endgame, then Avatar Studios.
Cool.
Ah,
I think it's a little. It's not that big of a deal, but at the same time, like Avatar's been re-released, I think like 5 or 6 times, and Endgame only once, like a month after it was like.
Yeah.
So I
which
do
was
think if they were given equal releases, Endgame would win. But it's fine. I could tell James Cameron was legitimately like very salty that he got beat. So I'll just give him the victory.
But what about
Like,
Gone with
listen-
the Wind?
That's inflation, so it doesn't really count.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
And I don't
listen.
like $5 billion, really? That's a lot.
No, 3. I think it was 3. Hang on. Wait,
But
let me check.
What I heard is people are claiming it's $5 billion.
No.
Let me double check. Let me double check.
There's no way.
I mean, it depends
There
with inflation. Like, we
That-
don't know.
People are saying with inflation it's $5 billion, but I don't think so.
I don't buy that.
It's
Anyway,
3.44 billion.
What?
I think maybe 3 billion, but 5 is a bit much.
Yeah. What did you say, Mohammed?
It was 3.44 billion.
Oh, okay.
All right. So not that insane. But here's my take. I do find this a little cheap on Avatar's part because, like, listen, the movie came out, what was it, 12 years ago now? And, listen, the movie's not that good. I'll sit here. I'll sit right here first. I don't like. I think it's a beautiful movie. I just don't. I'm not a fan of the story, and I don't like the acting. It's not great. But it feels kind of cheap. I don't really care. The Russos certainly don't care. They even tweeted about like, "Hey, good job, James Cameron." There's no way there will be an Endgame re-release because Disney owns Avatar and they don't care enough for them to be like, "Ooh, we'll release Endgame and make a stock sculpt." You know what? Actually, maybe they do that because that's how Disney's probably going to work. But I don't care. As far as I'm concerned, Endgame is still technically the highest grossing because we haven't gotten all these Avatar re-releases that pushed up. Endgame got one, and it's where it should be.
Mm-hmm. What's this?
I still don't know how Avatar got nominated for Best Picture. That's ridiculous to me. The movie's not good.
Let's just acknowledge
It looks-
Zoe Saldana, who is in the top 2 highest grossing movies of all time.
Dude, good for her.
Damn, good for her. Yeah, I just think like it's annoying that they did this, but it's not. I don't really care. Like in my mind, I'm still like one.
I honestly couldn't tell you what the point of it was. Maybe it was so we could get a movie out so China could watch it. But honestly, we're getting like what 6 Avatar sequels. So
Yeah.
What's the point
Are they
here?
still doing an Avatar sequel?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're filming Avatar 2, which also, I'm just going to say this now. I do not think there will be as many Avatar sequels as Disney's pushing. I think they're going to try with 2. They will both be awful, and they will just stop.
Don't they all have like really stupid titles?
I don't know, but I guarantee you they are bad because Avatar, the first Avatar for me, it's fine. I don't like the story. Like I just said, I don't like the story. Not the biggest fan of the acting, but it's a beautiful looking movie. But I don't think there's enough there for however many movies James Cameron wants to make. Which it's annoying to me because James Cameron is such a great filmmaker, and the fact that he's going to now use the rest of his career making these movies, it's a little annoying. I would have liked to see a kind of a new way how he did Terminator or Aliens.
Wait, how old is he?
Like 50s.
I don't know.
He's either like 50s or 60s, maybe 70s.
I think he's in his 60s because he made Terminator in like, what was it, 84? 86?
Yeah.
Or with Big Brain Time.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Sophie, do you want to talk about Avatar Studios?
Yeah. So, how many of y'all have actually seen Avatar: Last Airbender or Legends of Korra?
I
I have
haven't.
not for them. It's on the list.
My friend Alex is
So,
so I probably
I
I saw the
seen
M. Night Shyamalan
both
version.
multiple times, and basically, kids show, late 2000s, and last year it gained popularity again since it was released on Netflix. And so recently, like a while ago, the creators announced there's going to be a live action version on Netflix. Then they left that. Then a couple months later, they announced Avatar Studios with Nickelodeon. It's basically entire studios dedicated to animated Avatar universe. They currently announced a new movie, Impossible shows, and they're all animated.
Okay, is it just me, or does that seem like a little bit of oversaturation? Like, I get this show is good, but is it good enough to warrant an entire studio being made just for projects in that universe?
Have you seen it?
Sophie, nothing can be that good.
Yes,
I
it is.
disagree.
Trust me, Kyle. Have you seen it? Yes or no?
No, I have not.
Watch it, then come back to me.
Isn't
Just
that still like
trust me. Like my dad didn't think it was gonna be that good, and it made him start watching it. And he's like, "This is the best piece of storytelling I've ever seen." Those were his exact words.
I think it's going to be really good, but I don't even think I don't think anything is warranting of an entire studio.
Not here.
Kyle.
Listen here. I'm going to tell you something here. I wholeheartedly believe I haven't seen Avatar, but I guarantee if I watch it, I would love it. So I'll probably watch it soon.
Yeah. So
But
I didn't think it was gonna be that good because I just heard about the hype. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try it out. And months later, I'm obsessed. It is really well done. Just how it was done, and it also covers lots of adult topics, but manages to do it. Well, not adult topics, but like.
Yeah.
And do you want to know why? Because our Lord and Savior Dave Filoni worked on this show.
Yes, like they cover disability, genocide, child abuse, child neglect, but do it really well without like making it seem like really.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem too dark.
Which is why I think a cinematic universe might be warranted here. Granted, I'm not the biggest fan of how now studios really want to recreate what the MCU is doing. You know, big cinematic universe. The thing with this MCU is that it works because they have material. The comics in it. Why can't we do the movies? But this stuff like the Dark Universe tried to do it. They had nowhere to go with these movies, so they couldn't do anything. With Avatar,
also on accident. Like they just made Iron Man, then Hulk, and they like loosely connected them, and then it worked, so they just kind of kept going with it.
Yeah, which from what I've heard about Avatar, there's a lot there for more storytelling. Which if they just expand on the details, then they could bring us something that's pretty good.
Okay, the thing is, in the Avatar universe, it's not just like one Avatar. It's like this one person who keeps on getting reincarnated into different lives.
Well, there you go.
And it's like each one is the basically chosen one.
And do all of them have the blue thing on their head?
No. So let me explain that. So the blue arrow and like the arrows on the rest of the bodies is an air nomad thing. So like Avatar is split into 4 nations: air, water, earth, and fire. So what happens beginning of Avatar, Last Airbender, is Aang, who's an airbender with the blue tattoos, is basically told he's the Avatar, gets scared, runs away, freezes himself in ice, and gets frozen for 100 years.
Oh,
and when he comes back, he finds out his entire race, like all the other air nomads, were wiped out. He's like the last one of his nation. So he has to end this 100-year war in the show. It's like he makes friends along the way that help him. Just, yeah. It's like so hard to explain because there's so much there. Like they cover it beautifully in the show and explain it so well.
Yeah, if there's so much there, then that means I would say it might be warranted to make a couple different, shows and series with similar bases of that.
So there have been also, they go a little bit into other like past avatars and like what they've done. And they actually gave one of these past avatars 2 books. Like I want her to have a series, like an animated series, Avatar Kyoshi. But yeah.
Sounds interesting.
And they also gave. What were you gonna say?
Oh, that was it. I was gonna say I gotta watch Avatar soon. It's been on my list for ages.
Yeah. Also,
go ahead.
After Avatar, watch Legend of Korra because that's about the next Avatar online. It's like a sequel.
Wait, Kyle, have you seen it?
Avatar?
You know what I'm about to say.
Wait, I
don't
actually
watch the Last Airbender
No,
movie, which is live action. 'cause it's
we're not talking about that. It's a
You know what he's talking about, Kyle.
wait. No, I legitimately don't know what he's talking about.
you know.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Say it again.
That one Jack Nicholson movie you thought was a horror movie.
Shut up.
Kyle, I'm gonna say this right now. Between now and the next time we record a new episode, if you have not seen it, I will tell everyone that you have something against mentally ill people.
I don't.
Jesus. Whoa.
I'm really a mentally ill person. How can I? Okay, you know what? Fine. I'll try and work into some time.
Try. No, you will.
Listen. I'm probably gonna go over to Kyle's house on Friday to watch Snyder Cut. I'll make sure we watch One Flew Over the
Trey, you have to do what those people did in the Clockwork Orange. You have to do that to him.
Dude, I got you.
That's a bit much.
All right, make him watch it. Strap it
I
down.
honestly didn't think Kyle would get that reference, but okay.
That's a little extreme, don't you think?
Well, you haven't watched the movie, Kyle, so you know what?
No,
I will do what I must.
No, I have. We're all gonna be just walking in the street, and one dude is gonna go bop.
I mean, I don't know. I could be at your house at any moment. You don't know. Stupid one I open.
I gotta watch this
It
dumb
might be
movie.
the Warner Brothers Sniper.
Cut. All right.
Okay, so do y'all want to talk about WandaVision now?
Wait, there's one thing I want to talk about, but it's not pop culture or anything, but there's a little tea going on in the UK. You know?
Oh, yeah?
What's up in the UK?
Oh, you know, just a couple who are part of the royal family left because
the whole Meghan and Harry thing.
Yeah.
Oh, surprising how the country that's based off of racism and the royal family is racist. So
yeah,
surprising.
One of the family members is like bros with Epstein, you know.
Of course. That's always a good sign.
So yeah, y'all ready to admit that the UK is filled with racist people?
Yeah, we knew that.
Man, maybe all UK people are evil, like I said earlier.
No, really.
I'm not going to say that everyone in the UK is racist. I'm saying maybe some UK higher ups are, not the best of people.
All right. Do you guys want to talk about the Batman wrapping filming now?
I mean, sure.
Oh, so
anything to say on that?
I know it's not going to be released till 2022. Do we know when in 2022?
March 4th, which
March 4th.
That's too far.
Also, fun fact: the guy who's playing Tim Drake in Titans is in this movie.
Yeah, he's the crying kid who Batman beat up his buddy and yelled, "I'm vengeance" at him.
Traumatized him.
355 days. Only 355 days to go.
On IMDb, it lists him as Thug.
Because he is.
I find it funny because there was this whole theory that he was Jason Todd and now he's Tim Drake in Titans.
I mean, that doesn't mean he's not Jason Todd.
Yeah, but I really don't. I really hope it's not.
Yeah, I kind of hope he's just another guy.
Yeah. Anyway, listen, here's the thing. Matt sprinkled in a little bit with that picture. We saw a Valentine's Day card. Does that mean that Riddler's going to take after the holiday mirrors from Long Halloween? What does this mean?
Trey.
I've been thinking about this for days.
Trey. You're thinking way too much. Relax. Calm down.
What's in that crew box that they got? Was it the soundtrack? What was it?
Donuts! Literally just donuts.
Trey,
what if they're lying to us?
Trey, I will slap you right across the face right here, right now. Just please, relax.
Okay.
Right?
Just give
me
that
the end of the
world. June 25th. Just give me that trailer, June 25th. That's all I want.
Why?
It's just donuts, and the set people probably gave each other Valentines like a cute little thing.
Maybe Batman action figures. You don't know.
I want that. I want those.
I know you do. We all do.
I'll say this right now. You guys can quote me on this. The day Mezco makes a Robert Pattinson Batman figure, I'm going to pre-order it instant. I don't care how much money I got.
Quick.
I just got a Mezco Daredevil, the Netflix version. I love it. It's a 10 out of 10. Yeah. I can't wait for the Batman one. McFarlane? Nah. I'll pass. But Mezco, give me. I'll consume.
Are we ready for the main event of the episode?
No.
Yes. What are we
Alright,
gonna start
I'm
off
ready.
with in WandaVision? Like,
I'm ready for the hour. Alright.
Oh man, we're gonna rip each other apart,
Here's-
aren't we?
are we
But I think
gonna
here's
talk about like the boner joke or like?
Let's talk about the finale, then let's talk about the series as a whole, and then we'll get out anything else we need, which I feel like at that point the boner joke will come in, and our little theory on how the boner joke will play into the future of the MCU, which is not a joke. We legitimately do have a theory on that. That is
I
not
don't.
a joke.
We? What do you mean we? You have a theory,
We talked about it before you joined the episode.
but I'm not we.
Alright.
Okay, everyone but Muhammad, because he's stinky. All right.
Oh fuck you, though.
All right. I think the finale was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't think it was the best episode. I think there was definitely things that they definitely did kind of fumble on. But I will definitely say a lot of people are critiquing it for like, oh, it's just dumb superhero action. But
I mean, that's what it was leading to. Like,
the thing, I kind of get that for the Wanda Agatha fight, even though I do really like the way she defeats Agatha. But I think it's total bullcrap when talking about the Vision on Vision fight.
Okay, I want to say this right now. That was one of the biggest problems I had with this episode. I was very underwhelmed by it. But I feel like this. Okay, throughout the whole series, they had a good thing going with its whole creativity and its whole unique of having these sitcom shows. But then the last episode really dropped the ball on it by just going full on superhero action to the point where I got bored while watching it.
Well,
With Wanda, okay, I'll say this about Wanda and Agatha. You can't really do anything about that. Of course, they're gonna like throw magic balls at each other. But with Vision, White Vision, I was thinking about this when Vision does that little puts his hand on White Vision's head. They could have like done something really interesting where, they're in like on a white floor and everything is just darkness, and then White Vision's like, oh, where am I? And then Vision's is gonna be like, oh, I'm in your head. He's like, how'd you get in my head? And then
like the Lego movie.
Exactly. And then
Wait,
and then when like I guess when Vision just like touches his head again, around him would be like memories of like his past self.
I feel like that's just what happened, just visualized. Like, that chain of events still happened, like, the outcome is the same. You just wanted it more visual.
Yeah, no. And I felt like it would have been more consistent of its whole show being like a whole, what the hell's this,
Yeah. I
Okay,
think
here's my thing. The fight, the 1 minute of them punching each other, it's cool. It looks cool. It's not what the confrontation's about, but for what it is, it looks cool. But that's not what the fight was about. The fight was about leading into the library confrontation where they had, philosophical ideals thrown at each other. That was cool. That's creative. I enjoyed it.
Cool. Legitimately really cool. Like that, I just like that he beat him by not punching him the hardest.
yeah, it was like different. Yeah, I do want to talk about the boys though. That are twin boys.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
If you don't have anything,
I'm
gonna say this right now. A lot of people probably got emotional while watching the last few minutes of the episode. I didn't, because I know damn well they're gonna come back. Those kids are gonna come back. Vision's gonna come back.
I don't think Vision's gonna come back.
No, here's my thing with both of those points. One, I don't think Wanda's kids are coming back because I think that the cries we heard from them at the end of it, those aren't them. That's a nightmare trick of some sort for him to like, kidnap Wanda or something. So I don't know.
I know exactly what's happened to the kids. I think now, I know we clowned on this for like 3 weeks straight, but I think Mephisto has those kids.
My God.
No,
he doesn't. Mephisto is not there. It is Nightmare.
No, I promise it's not stupid. Because in the comics, those kids are shards of Mephisto. So I think those kids were actual living people, but for some reason they got sent to hell. I don't know. I guess they're body.
Bro, forget about comic books. Let's talk about this universe. Because comic books are just a whole nother weird place.
Okay, but we're talking about maybe they took some inspiration from the comics.
Yeah. So I think
what happens to them to happen in the MCU.
Honestly,
I think they were created unnaturally. They were sent to hell, And so Wanda, using the powers of the Darkhold, a book that's from the Marvel Universe hell, she's able to communicate with them and maybe get them back, which might be what her motivation comes from in Multiverse of Madness, because she's able to like actually find them. And Doctor Strange's like, no, don't go. Also, in the Marvel comics, hell is a different dimension in the multiverse. So you know, Multiverse of Madness.
So then that's just what I'm saying. She's gonna bring the kids back, and that's gonna take away the emotional value of what this show's all about.
Will it?
Yeah.
Will it take away the value of her like going? I feel like this emotion will give her motivation for being a different person. It'll give her motivation for her like, how do I put this? It'll give her motivation for her actions, and that's something she's kind of been lacking in pretty much everything before WandaVision.
Here's my thing. I understand where you're at with this, Mohammad, because like, listen, I don't technically want these kids to be revived. I think agreed. I believe that moment should hit as hard as it should if these kids don't come back. I also want to point out I didn't feel what I felt with the Vision death because I thought, oh, White Vision's around, he's gonna come back. But now I realize something, that the White Vision parallel, that's so cool. Because now White Vision is a parallel with the Westview Vision. Because Westview Vision had all the emotion but no memories. White Vision has all the memories but no emotion. That's kind of messed up, and I'm interested. I hope this is where they're gonna go with, and I do believe they will go this route, and if that is the route they're going to go, then I will appreciate it.
And I want to, and I don't know if the show addresses, but couldn't she just make another Hex?
She could, but she doesn't.
I think she can, but like she definitely can. But I think after what she did with those people, exactly, because like we saw how those people reacted.
Why can't she just do it in Sokovia?
Sokovia's gone.
I mean, she could rebuild it. I mean,
yeah, she can rebuild places.
I mean, look at Westview before the Hex. It was so like torn down, and then you see the Hex, and it's so like bright, and it's a whole new atmosphere.
Well, Westview was torn down. It was just kind of a regular place, and she made it something like that.
Yeah. But like my thing with that is that I feel like Wanda now sees what she did as wrong. Like it doesn't matter what else she does, she'll never see as wrong. Like she'll see that that's not Vision anymore. She can't just make another Vision. She can't just make her kids because she has no emotional tether to them anymore.
Yeah, and plus I also want to say this: couldn't she just like, okay, let's say that everything was going fine. No sword was involved, and Wanda is probably the only person who can get out of the Hex and go in without being, hurt. I guess you could say with some of the citizens, but I feel like couldn't she just like keep them there, and if she wants to ever go back, she could, because when you see people trying to get in, it's painful. I guess you could say. I mean, look at Monica. I mean, trying to get into the Hex, but I'm just saying that if she wanted to, she could just like leave them be, and then come back if she wants to, and then during that whole time, she could probably find a way to like have them come out, without get out of the Hex without being damaged or hurt.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't see this happening again. I don't
either.
And what really bothers me is that like I really don't want to watch a Doctor Strange movie to know what's gonna happen with Wanda. Like, just give us a Scarlet Witch movie or, like, a Season 2 of WandaVision, but not, like, with the whole sitcom situation, but, like, more of, like, a...
That's just kind of the way cinematic universes go. Like,
and honestly, that bothers me, to be honest. It's just, like, come on.
I see what you're saying by that, because, like, this is the issue with sequels in general. You shouldn't have to watch another movie to see how the arc wraps up in the original movie.
Well, the thing is that, like... Okay, I have nothing against sequels or trilogies, but like the problem lies with if you want to know a certain character, like character A, and then they have their own like franchise, and then you want to know what's gonna happen the next time we meet or the next installment, you have to watch like 3 other movies to know what's gonna happen in order to be caught up with the second movie.
I see what you're saying by that, because like, granted, I'm not going to say sequels are bad because my favorite movie of all time is a sequel, but like, let's look at the Godfather series and the Terminator series. The beautiful thing there is that look at Godfather Part 1. Michael Corleone's arc wraps up beautifully in that movie. He has a totally different arc in Godfather 2. You don't necessarily have to watch Godfather 1 to appreciate Godfather 2, but you can just do it to enjoy what's happening there. Michael Corleone has a completely different arc. Like, same thing with the Terminator franchise. There's a whole different story going on in Terminator where Sarah Connor's arc wraps up great, and there's a whole different story going on with new characters, but still having Sarah Connor, but not necessarily continuing from what she did in that movie, but having a whole new thing to do in this movie.
Yeah, and plus it's in its own franchise. Like it would be like as if, you know, I watched Godfather 1. Now I want to know what's gonna happen with, I don't know, Tom Hagen, but then he has like, he's in another spin-off show or a movie, and I have to watch that in order to know what's gonna happen in the second movie.
That's not really comparable because it's not different franchises. It's not like if Rambo just.
It's like a what if situation, like a what aboutism.
This is one franchise, and it's just not sharing a title. Like it's still the same franchise, same universe. It's just different. It's just different movies. Like you're just hopping from movie to movie. It's not a direct continuation, but it's a continuation nonetheless.
Yeah, and granted, I think that's why Marvel can do what they're doing, because this is a comic franchise, what comic books do. But like also with the sequel thing, it's like look at Lord of the Rings too. It's one adventure, but it's different character arcs in each of those movies.
Yeah. Like it would be like as if, I mean, I haven't seen the Lord of the Rings movies, kill me, but it would be like, hey man, I was watching The Wizard of Lies before I took a nap. Please let me be. But
fair enough.
Yeah.
I'll give you a pass, but not Kyle. Kyle, stick on my eye. You.
I have a list a mile long of movies Trey wants me to watch. It's like I know.
Yeah, damn right.
No, I don't get a pass. I watched Scott Pilgrim. That's something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I just wish, you know, if I want to like see who Wanda's a character, I don't want to watch Doctor Strange to to see her arc progress. You know, I think it would have been much better if they just made a season 2 or just a movie.
Like, here's my thing with that too. Here's what I think is going to happen with Madness. I feel like Wanda will for sure maybe not be the main. I do think that. I think Wanda will be more of the main character, because as we saw from Doctor Strange, from Doctor Strange compared to movies like Ragnarok or Infinity War, Doctor Strange is not as interesting a character if he's a main character. He's a great side character, but not an interesting enough main character.
They can make him an interesting main character. They just have to do better writing. That's all.
Yeah, but I just think him as a side character is more interesting as him like Gandalf in Lord of the Rings. I can never see a Gandalf movie happening, but like as Doctor Strange, he's just like, you know, he's that side wizard helping people. Granted, I do want to see him bring him out more. Granted, I still do like Doctor Strange. I think that's done well, but not done well enough.
I think this is going to be mentor-student relationship, or villain, or Wanda's just straight to that.
I feel like Wanda won't be the villain, but rather at maybe in like the first act she is the antagonist, but then like I guess Strange stops her, and then they're like, okay, let's team up, and then they find a bigger villain.
I don't think she'll be the villain. I think she'll be angrier, more careless, rather.
Yeah.
She is reading a book from hell, so we don't know what's going to go on in her mind. So.
She's riding the line a bit more, and she's becoming more of a conflicted character, which is interesting. I do want to see her more of a character.
Like, listen, here's what I'm saying here. WandaVision made Wanda interesting because, like, listen, before WandaVision, I don't think we knew enough about Wanda for us to grow a full attachment to her. Granted, I think her and Vision's relationship was probably one of the best parts of Infinity War, because I would argue that's the first, you know, MCU relationship done great. But like before WandaVision, we didn't know what Wanda liked. We didn't know character traits. Now we know a whole lot about Wanda, and I think
especially after Episode 8, you know.
Yeah.
Like I mean,
we dove deep into her family life. We dove deep into how she felt about, you know, what she liked.
I don't know if I said this, but I compared that episode to like one of those few episodes in like the Daredevil series, like especially season 3, where they dedicated a whole episode about Karen.
Exactly. Which I'm not always the biggest fan of those episodes, because sometimes I feel like they drive towards the plot. But I like this episode because this is all about the plot. The whole show is about Wanda.
I could understand why people don't like that, but I think it's great to like take a pause from like the show, from like the story, and just like
Like Gretchen,
Spoilers,
I think Daredevil did very well with that episode. I thought it was a good episode. A show where it didn't do well was episode 7 of Stranger Things, season 2, where they just had 11 go to Chicago and hang out with the Suicide Squad for a minute. That was boring. It was dumb. It was a character episode, but it took away from the interesting story the show was trying to progress. But this in WandaVision, it's an interesting part of the story. It's what the story's about, and it fleshes out Wanda's character.
Right. And it also like humanizes these characters too. Don't forget.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It humanizes superheroes in the way superheroes should be humanized.
Exactly. Take notes, Snyder. Sorry,
Exactly.
I had to. I just had to. I had to.
I respect that.
He's not taking notes because he can't read. Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh. Anyways, you guys ready to talk about Ralph Boner?
Okay, so
We were talking
what
about
I think is, do you remember like episode 4 when we first saw Jimmy Woo and Monica, and Jimmy was talking about a missing persons case? So I think Ralph Boner was that missing person, because let's say you have to choose a new name for yourself that you're gonna like. I feel like you chose Boner as a joke name.
Which,
I don't know.
I mean, Kyle, this is more your theory than mine, but like if this is, because it's a fake ass name, like come on, if this is going to be X-Men Quicksilver, then like come on, you cannot tell me that this version of Quicksilver would definitely choose a fake name of Ralph Boner.
Just imagine like X-Men Quicksilver being like Jimmy would be like, all right, Ralph, you ready? And it's like, Ralph, who's Ralph? I'm Ralph Boner to you. It's like, that's just so in line with that character. Ralph Boner's a fake name. That's the fakest name I've ever heard. And I just think it would make too much sense for him to be like, I don't know where I'm going. I'm kind of rambling. There's just a lot of things about Ralph that rub me.
The question lies on, okay, if this is like a fake, cheap, gag, 2 questions. 1, why would you do that in the first place? And 2, where would you even say the truth?
Yeah, like I'm still wondering if it's actually fake Quicksilver, like his real. He's just a guy in witness protection program who just ended up in this mess, or if he actually is alternate universe Quicksilver.
And I've said this before, and I said it on Twitter, in fact. But just bring Aaron Taylor Johnson back. Do the whole gag, except this time, Monica takes a picture, holds like the picture of him, and it's underneath it says Aaron Taylor Johnson, and he's like, wait, you're not Quicksilver, you're Aaron Taylor Johnson. So he's basically playing himself, really.
Can't wait for Spider-Man No Way Home, Tobey Maguire to play a pizza guy.
Because think about it,
Oh my God.
Endgame reference Hot Tub Time Machine. Sebastian Stan's in there, so surely Aaron Taylor Johnson's got to be in this universe. So you might as well just have Agatha take him, who just so happens to live in Westview, New Jersey, use him to like mess around with the viewers and Wanda.
I don't know. I feel like
Speaking of the Hot Tub
I
Time
don't know. I feel like
Machine
this breaking
complex,
the fourth wall a bit too much. I don't know.
I believe Marvel's like having too many meta jokes because, granted, filmmakers love making pop culture references. They're fun, but like Marvel has all the famous people. Like, look at this. In episode 8, one is watching Malcolm in the Middle. Malcolm in the Middle starring Bryan Cranston. Bryan Cranston starring Godzilla. Godzilla starring Aaron Taylor Johnson and Elizabeth Olsen.
Who are married now.
Okay,
Exactly.
okay. I don't like it when they mention the actors' names in the show. Like they did that on Supernatural for one episode, and it was like really weird. Any of y'all seen Supernatural? Do y'all know what episode I'm talking about?
No.
It's really long. I need a good time in my
What
life to watch it.
happens in this episode is like the boys get transported into an alternate dimension where they're on a show. They get transported into our dimension and have to play their actors. It's a weird episode.
Yeah, which like that's always kind of weird. Like in Last Action Hero, when where Arnold Schwarzenegger is in it, but Sylvester Stallone plays all the Arnold Schwarzenegger roles in movies.
Yeah,
it's weird, but
I don't know. That's just my opinion. I hate it when they break the fourth wall like that. Like Deadpool does break the fourth wall just fine.
But that's because it's his character.
It just gives you an aneurysm.
Yeah, I'll accept like You remember at the end of Deadpool 2 where like he shoots like Ryan Reynolds before he like takes the Green Lantern role? Like that is fine.
Love it.
But like I don't know. Other stuff is weird.
Yeah.
Like I'm perfectly fine with the Ralph Boner joke.
I feel like it was
I
feel like it was unnecessary, to be honest.
Like, to be quite honest, like, listen, if this doesn't turn out to be like, just a joke, it's kind of a bummer because, listen, I think Iron Man 3 is a good movie. I still will never appreciate the Mandarin plot twist because I would have liked it if they either A, made it necessary, or B, gave us a better villain. They didn't give us a better villain, they didn't make it necessary. This doesn't feel necessary to me, it just feels like a cheap joke if this is what they're doing. Now, however, if this is, Quicksilver, he made a fake name, it's a joke, but it's still, something you wanted, then fine.
Quicksilver is my favorite X-Men character, so I would be really disappointed if it was just a boner joke. At the same time, like, not the end of the world. Like, if they want to completely abandon that X-Men universe, I get that completely, because it was mostly garbage.
We had, like, what, 3 or 4 good movies?
There was the first 2 X-Men movies were good.
I'll give them 5. They get...
Wolverine, that was pretty good.
Actually 6 if we're going to count Wolverine, because we get first 2 X-Men, we get first class, Days of Future Past, Wolverine, and Logan. That's all you get from me.
Deadpool 2.
I mean,
technically,
they reference
it was only X-Men, but like still,
they reference the X-Men movies a lot.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
they had some of the characters, but.
So
I'm never gonna like completely say I'm never like if I ever make a Deadpool X-Men movie ranking list, I'm never gonna put Deadpool in there because it doesn't really I don't feel like it fits.
I think it fits. It doesn't fit tonally, but they're meant to fit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, remember that scene in Deadpool 2 where like he opens the door but he's not looking at it and like all of the X-Men are in there?
Oh yeah, all of like McAvoy and
Evan Peters.
We did see Quicksilver in that scene.
Remember when we thought that was the last time we were going to see him?
Yeah. And
then Dark Phoenix.
Oh god, I forgot he was in Dark Phoenix for 4 seconds.
I have yet to see Dark Phoenix, and I don't want to.
I haven't seen most of the X-Men movies, so...
Me and Trey saw Dark Phoenix just to laugh at it, and it even surprised us how bad it was.
I have yet to see New Mutants.
Yeah, New Mutants is a thing. I completely forgot about it.
Yeah, I legitimately forgot.
Has that been released or like?
Yeah, it's been released a long time ago.
Yeah, it actually came out after 4 years of delay. It came out and it was bad. Like everyone guessed it.
Honestly, haven't really seen like any advertising for it or anything, so I honestly didn't know.
Yeah.
I know they had Sunspot in it, and like I like Sunspot, but like that's about it. Like, that's all it's got going for it in my mind.
Got the kid from Stranger Things. It's got the girl from Queen's Gambit. That's all you get from me.
Yeah.
Radio. So yeah. So how do you guys feel about WandaVision as a whole?
I mean, it was good. I don't think they're gonna do a second season.
No.
I think it was like just one season. It's gonna go into Doctor Strange, but I heard Doctor Strange was made so you can understand it whether you've seen WandaVision or not.
Yeah, I feel like that's gonna happen. Well, like here's my thing too. I'm not gonna clearly rule out a second season because I can 100% see Wanda and this emotionless White Vision in a season together. I could see it's gonna be completely different from the first season, but it could still happen. It's more like a sequel-ish way instead of a second story arc to these characters.
Do you think Wanda could somehow give like White Vision some sort of emotions with her powers?
Well, maybe she can, but please don't.
I don't know why.
I want to become Ultron. Like that's what I like.
I don't know why, but saying White Vision sounds so racist.
Yeah. Cataracts? Maybe that's what we should call them.
Fine, we'll call them cataracts. Okay, so like I said, I even said this before. I was skeptical if we were just going to give him, memories, made him another vision, because that's going to take away from Infinity War. It's going to take away from what they did in this. But if we're going to keep with an emotionless vision with all the memories, and that's going to torture him. It's like he has these memories of beautiful moments with Wanda, but he has no idea how to feel those moments. So that's haunting. That's powerful. But if they just give him emotion and just make another vision, it's dumb.
All right. But yeah. So you guys, so how you felt about WandaVision, right?
Out of 10, I'd give it an 8 or a 9.
For
Yeah,
me,
'cause, like,
go ahead, Trey.
like, listen, like, I think this show fleshed out Wanda the best way because, like, more like a lot of people's criteria at Endgame is that it was a long movie. It was 3 hours long, but it still had a lot to cram in, and they didn't get to everything that they probably should have gotten to. So this is why we now have TV shows. We're stretching out 9-hour character arcs for characters, which is why I'm really happy for Falcon Winter Soldier because we're going to touch on Falcon and Winter Soldier, and that's great. This show spread out Wanda as a fleshed out character in 9 episodes, and I feel like that's why we're going to get Secret Invasion as a long hour period because we need longer times and we can't make 9-hour movies and or unless Zack Snyder and want to make them.
Nah.
So yeah, so overall, I'd give the show maybe like a 7 out of 10 at best. It's an alright show. It had a good thing going until Sword came along, which those scenes are like.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll say this. I'll compare them, or you guys are gonna hate me for this, but I'll compare these scenes to, like the military scenes in the Bayformers movies.
Kick them. Kick them.
Hayfield's such a
you lost.
bland villain. He's just evil bad man. That's all he is. Bad man.
Listen, I will agree with this, but however, they're not as bad as the Bay Transformers movies. That's ridiculous. Okay, but I do agree that the sword scenes, looking back on them, they're not really all that necessary. Granted, I understand you need to fill in time. This is a TV show. You need more characters. Granted, I'm excited to see where Wanda goes not Wanda. Monica goes for Captain Marvel 2. Jimmy Woo was funny. Darcy, it was surprisingly glad to have her back. But looking back on it, Sword was a very unnecessary part of this show.
Wait, what did Jimmy do throughout the whole show? Like, what did he do like important?
He did a magic trick.
He was comic relief. Sometimes you need a bit of like an alleviator after like.
But what about Darcy?
He was really there because he found out about the Hex.
Yeah, Darcy.
Listen, this is why I like Darcy in the show because in the Thor movie she did absolutely nothing. She was not really funny. This one she's funny. She actually helped Sword. She got the TV to work. She had a source inside the Hex. She actually did things, and that was nice.
She literally ran over a person. Fair enough.
Hey, he was a bad dude though, so you know what, and he lived.
Yeah, that's true. So okay, I want to ask you guys this question. Out of all the moments in this show, what was like your favorite moment?
My favorite is when Monica got her powers.
That's good. That's a good moment. Monica was just. I was surprised by how good of a character she was. Like, I just. How do I put this? I didn't expect much of her. I just expected, we're gonna get a cool new superhero origin. But she was just. I was just so compelled by her. I don't know why.
My favorite scene is probably the bet when Wanda's watching Malcolm Middle and Vision comes in because here's one of my main criticisms with Infinity War. I feel like we didn't get enough of Wanda and Vision before Infinity War to have that emotional connection. Because we got maybe one scene in Civil War that I felt connection between them, and I didn't get that. This scene, I can now buy that these two would run away together and live a happy life. And it also gave me more character from Wanda. What is grief without persevering? Vision being all Star Trek Data-like. I enjoyed it. I liked it. It fleshed out the characters.
Yeah, no, in fact, that was my favorite scene too, because it just it takes away the whole superhero spiel, and then you just have these two powerful beings side by side, just being people. They don't require CGI. We explore these characters. Episode 8 is like probably my favorite episode in the series. I want to see more of that. And since they were dealing with mental health, there's a little show, coming out. I think maybe a year from now, probably.
No, I swear to God.
It's played by the great Oscar Isaac. If they can keep that ball rolling, that'd be dope.
I mean, yeah. I know you guys probably know my favorite moment. It's Quicksilver entering at the end of episode 5, just because of how much that character means to me and how much that X-Men iteration means to me. I don't even care in the slightest that's probably not even him. I don't care. We got to see X-Men Quicksilver again. in a comic accurate costume in a fun Uncle Jesse type role. Screw you. I loved it. I don't
Which
even
also
care.
here's more proof on how that has to be Quicksilver, because I don't believe Agatha Harkness could just make him have super speed. I don't think he can. I don't think she can do that.
I was gonna bring that up. Like, how can she just give people powers? If she can just give people powers, why didn't she just like? I don't know where I was going with that, but still, it's just weird. She can't just give people
Why don't you
powers.
just make an army of super beings?
Yeah, and then just take over
Take
Westview.
over.
Also, how did actually no, the dumb question. Never mind. All right. Anyway, yeah, I think there's something fishy going on there with Mr. Boner Man, if you will.
I want them to go more into it in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. At least mention it.
Here's what I feel like. I feel like people are putting the expectations on a whole nother level with this movie. But you need to keep it down a bit.
Yeah, which here's the other thing too, Mohammad. You called this out too. People are gonna treat this episode like they did last year, like, oh, expectations weren't met. That means it's bad. No, it doesn't. If you had theories and they weren't met, boo-hoo, you were wrong. You're not supposed to guess the plot to the thing. I don't think people understand. You're not supposed to guess the plot to the show or movie. That makes it predictable. That doesn't make it good. If you are surprised by stuff, that's what makes it compelling.
Right.
This is about to tell an emotional journey about Wanda dealing with her grief through means of magical, psychological means, and it did that. It did that well. It did that really, really well. And
we got enough fan servicey things from the show. We got comic accurate costumes from Wanda, Quicksilver, and Vision. That was fun. We got a lot of fun references to past sitcoms. We got all that we needed. Why are we asking for more?
Here's what I think. I feel like people were expecting Iron Man 2, and if we ever got Iron Man 2 situation WandaVision, people would not like it because they would quote unquote set so many things up.
Yeah.
So shut up, you fan theories. Be grateful.
Yeah. It's still fun to have fan theories as long as
keep it down.
Don't take it too much to heart. Don't expect your fan theories to come true.
Yeah, it's fun to make theories, but you were supposed to make these theories expecting yourself to be wrong.
Yeah, you're not supposed. If you guess something right, that's when the show is at fault, because then it's predictable.
Yeah.
I can't believe people thought the Fantastic Four would be in this show.
Yeah, no, I even predicted that, and looking back, God, I'm an idiot. Why did I think that?
Yeah, people want Reed Richards to come in.
Played by who? I swear to God, I don't want to see
John Krasinski.
Please,
Krasinski.
No, I don't want John Krasinski for Mr. Fantastic.
I understand.
People wanted him on all over Twitter.
Okay, I cannot see it.
I see the apprehension because he's a comedic actor, and Reed Richards is supposed to be a robust, upstanding, very stoic person. But John Krasinski can pull off stoicism well.
He can.
I think. What?
He can.
Yeah, I feel like if you gave him a chance, it wouldn't. I understand the apprehension because he is a comedic actor first and foremost, which is why he's not my number one pick. But if he does get picked, I will be happy because he can pull it off.
Also, question: remember when Monica mentions an aerospace engineer? Was it? Who was that supposed to be?
That was the Skrull.
Oh, that
was not a Skrull. That wasn't the Skrull because the Skrull was a.
It was the military lady that I 100% believe is Talos' daughter. Even though now that theory is kind of pushed to the side, considering a different Skrull came and talked to Monica about space Wakanda.
Do you think Monica's going to be a big player in Secret Invasion?
Yeah,
probably. I hope so because I really want to see her character.
Because also,
she was fun. We like her, so let's see in Captain Marvel 2. Let's see her in Secret Invasion. Let's see stuff.
In the end credit scene that she was in, when the Skrull was talking about the guy up there, do you think they were talking about Nick Fury in the ship?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. What else would they be talking about?
Yeah, because I don't know what else.
Mephisto.
But it's Mephisto. I don't know. Not Mephisto. But I want to see what it was that Nick Fury wanted to talk about, because we don't know if they've interacted since Captain Marvel.
Yeah, and how would Nick Fury
I'd imagine
get powers? Because I don't even think that Skrull lady would know by now, because she was into the anomaly while she was exuding her powers.
I'll say this. I think this plot thread is gonna go into like Captain Marvel 2, and then maybe there's something's gonna happen which would tie into Secret Invasion.
We already know.
I imagine
Monica's
so
going to appear.
because like what we saw from this show, from the one from the one line of Captain Marvel we had, Monica's resentment towards her. We already know this, so that's kind of intriguing. I'm interested to see how this will play out in the Captain Marvel too.
I think it's because Captain Marvel wasn't around when her mom died. I think it's going to be very much you abandoned my family when we needed you.
Well, I think Captain Marvel was there when her mom actually died, but obviously she wasn't there because of the blip. But like before that, when her mom first had cancer, I think that's where her resentment is.
I don't think Captain Marvel would be there because for a couple of reasons. One, because she said in Endgame how the galaxy is in disarray after the Thanos snap. So I imagine
she's like a Star Wars title.
I just saw some theory that like the reason Captain Marvel had short hair in Endgame was because she shaved her hair in solidarity with Monica's mom.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, because maybe Monica also has resentment because Captain Marvel hasn't visited her.
Yeah,
she's I
can see her being mad.
Maybe Captain Marvel has all this power and she can't do anything about it.
Yeah, there could also be that. Like, there could be lots of reasons.
Mm-hmm. I just want to see it play out. Because we know we're going to get all three of them in Captain Marvel 2. Captain Marvel, Monica Rambeau, and Miss Marvel. I just want to see how that whole dynamic plays out. How we get what if A-Force? What if A-Force?
Yeah. I mean, we kind of got a little bit of that in Endgame, which I'm not opposed to it. I just want the MCU to play out a little bit.
Yeah, I get that. I think an A-Force TV show is a very plausible thing down the line.
Because granted, like, you see what's happening now, right? Because, like, WandaVision takes place a few weeks after Endgame. Far From Home takes place 8 months. We're slowly catching up with time because right now, as Far From Home is concerned, we're in 2024 of the MCU. We're in 2021 real time.
The MCU
we are catching up to the MCU.
The MCU is forever going to be like 3 or 4 years ahead of actual time. Unless this pandemic goes on too long, which pray to God it won't.
And they're still doing filming
like Black Widow where it's prequels.
Maybe.
Yeah. Is that still supposed to come out in May, or have they changed that? I honestly have no idea.
Speaking of Black Widow, are we all collectively agreeing that we're not going to watch Black Widow because of Eternals?
What?
No,
I'm going to watch it.
No, I'm going to
watch it.
I'm not watching Black Widow because of Eternals.
I mean,
how does that?
I don't really care. Like,
because we're not getting Eternals trail because of this movie. Don't forget.
You know what? I actually kind of get that. I'm still going to watch Black Widow, but I see your thought process.
I'm not watching.
Yeah, I'm curious. I need this movie to acknowledge its existence because if I'm not going to turn this movie has no reason to exist. I need it to have a reason to be here.
I just want the end credit scene to be Eternals. That's all I want.
People have been asking for Black Widow movie for like forever.
Mm-hmm.
But like now, after she's dead, like listen. They're making this right after Civil War, which I remember walking out somewhere and being like, now's the perfect time to do a Black Widow movie. I knew they weren't going to do it, but now's the perfect time to do it. So while it's a little late, fine. If better late than never, I guess. After she's dead, you know what? Prequel. Whatever.
But then, what about the trilogy? If they do plan on making a trilogy.
I don't want a trilogy out of this.
No, it's done. Let Scarlett Johansson be done. Black Widow is dead. Let her be dead.
I see this movie as the MCU getting the last of its formula out of its system. Like, this movie does kind of seem like it has a bit of that MCU formula in it, and I see it just as it getting it out of its system.
Because, from what we've seen from these, certain projects coming out, we've got Eternals, we got Shang-Chi, we just got Wandavision. These are different movies to the traditional MCU formula, and that's pretty exciting.
Wait, isn't Shang-Chi supposed to come out in July?
It's coming out before Eternals.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Where's the mother effing trailer?
I want the Eternals trailer, bro. After watching Nomadland.
But Mohammed, do you want the Eternals movie trailer? I didn't think you cared about it.
Kyle, I'm gonna pray to God that we don't ever be in the same room together. That's all I'm gonna say.
My head will be flying over the cuckoo's nest.
All right, listen. I have you guys seen Nomadland?
No, I
Nah.
haven't seen it, but I
Oh,
want
I
to see.
didn't think so. But
I've
yeah,
heard
after
good
watching
things.
Nomadland, please, Marvel, give me the trailer. Just do it. Drop it. Just do
Wait,
it.
what does Nomadland have to do with this?
Because that's Chloe
Because
Zhao's movie. Like her
Yeah.
latest movie that's gonna get Oscar buzzes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which from now that we've seen with movies like Ragnarok, how like Marvel is letting directors be directors, that's exciting.
I just want to see where they take it. Are they going to do like the Neil Gaiman thing where it has a central focus, or are they going to do a more collective thing? I kind of want the central focus, but the collective thing wouldn't be that bad.
Honestly, I don't know. I just want a trailer. That's all I'm asking for. Just
Literally
do
thing.
it. Trailer, please.
Because all we've gotten was a title card and a character and a post, and now even a buzz strike calendar. We had
If
a
anything-
character
League
calendar.
figures.
If anything, we've gotten things removed. It used to be called The Eternals. Now it's just Eternals. And they gave us a worse logo.
Like the logo is more thick now.
Yeah, but it looks faker. You know what I mean? Faker's not a word. But
Fan made ish.
yeah. You see what I mean?
Just show me the trailer, please.
Right.
If we can get a trailer for Batman, then you might as well give us a trailer for Eternals.
Yeah, I mean, same thing here. Like, why are we not seeing trailers? It's so weird. Like, we just got Mortal Kombat trailer, and the movie's coming out in April. The
Because the
Suicide Squad
problem
comes
is-
out in August.
Because the
What's
problem
going
is
on?
that the movies can be delayed at this point. So and you know they don't want to market the movie too early.
Yeah, but at
They're
the
just
same
playing-
time, more hype over time. It's very helpful.
Thing is, I don't.
Yeah,
I think
like they did that with the Batman, and like with DC fandom, they only had filmed 25%, and they were able to make a trailer.
I just think WB specifically doesn't want to have to blow their load again because they were like, okay, we're gonna show a Batman trailer and it's gonna be great, and then the movie gets delayed for like 2 more years, and like crap, we have this trailer out, but the movie's not gonna be around anytime soon. So I think they're just scared of that happening again.
I mean,
Yeah,
people
but
still
at the same
talk
time, we have HBO Max releases now. Like the Suicide Squad, it's coming on HBO Max and in theaters. Where's the trailer?
Well, I don't know. I just think they don't because like COVID could always get worse. There could always be another lockdown.
Well, the thing is that the thing is, Warner Bros. Is not delaying any more movies for this year.
Yeah.
If it theaters out there, they're gonna show it there, and then they're gonna simultaneously play it on HBO Max, which I'm probably gonna do that with Godzilla vs Kong. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that movie seems like the movie you want to watch on the big screen, but however, I don't know where I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah. Plus, I'm not gonna be in town when it comes out.
Oh, that's
Mm.
good choice there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, Lizard Man can beat Monkey.
Godzilla.
You know.
Super.
Sure, you can, buddy. Sure.
I don't want to hear your
Scientifically-
philosophical bullcrap about how him becoming King Kong. No, Godzilla supremacy.
It's science, baby.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
should we talk about coming
Science,
to America?
Was it?
Should we talk about coming to America?
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
Me and Trey have seen it.
Cookie?
What?
I mean,
Want
there's
a
not
cookie?
there's not really much to say about it. It's not as bad as some people say it is. It's just very mid.
I thought it was mid is the word. It's funny but mid. It has some good bits, but it was alright. I like the main the new character. What's his name? Javal. I like Javal a lot. All right, I think that's all I got to say on Coming to America. Pretty good. Not great, nothing special, but pretty good.
Yep.
Oh, also, have any of you seen The Flash? Like the newest episode?
Nope.
Nope.
No.
I hear I didn't watch it, but I hear OG Harrison Wells has returned.
Yeah, that
That's
did
so
happen.
That's nice.
Honestly, like, can I just like say like something else that happens in this episode, or like
Go
you're all
for
gonna
it.
get mad?
No, go for it.
So basically, like the other Harrys sort of like died, so
Yeah,
Barry can
with
get his speed back.
Nash or what his name is.
Yeah, so Nash and like the other Wells were like in his head, like their
Because Christ
souls
was
or
like
whatever.
folded in onto him or whatever.
Yeah, like they were holding on to him to survive. And because that he had this extra energy that he could use to give Barry his speed back, but it would mean he'd have to die. And so the whole Council of Wells decided. They died and gave Barry speed back, and then they revealed that the OG Wells is back. Because like Barry said, he can't, like he has a hard time being the Flash without a Wells there to help him. Like he wants a
Which,
Wells
I mean,
there.
I watched the first episode up to that ending death scene, but like, why do we have to see HR die again? Like, come on.
I know.
Why you gotta do this to us again?
Yeah, I was surprised that HR was there because I'm like,
Yeah, it's kind of weird because like he was dead, like he was not alive anymore.
yeah, like how is his soul still there?
Like I kind of understand how the Crisis dead wells are back because Crisis folded in onto him or whatever. But still, like kind of weird. Also, I don't really like how like in season whatever it was 6, how like now like Thawne was able to travel into Nash because he was a Wells, but he's not a Wells because he just stole Wells' body.
Yeah.
Weird.
I don't know.
Mm.
But luckily, they are finishing up the last season's storyline in this season. Because they couldn't because of COVID.
I get why this season's like slowly filing his footing because they had to finish what happened in the last season because they couldn't finish it.
Yeah. Also, Barry did get speed thinking. He did finally get that power.
Nice.
It does not go so well at first though. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. Supergirl comes back at the end of this month. Legends of Tomorrow comes back in May. Stargirl comes back in the summer. So yeah, that's on the CW shows. And Black Lightning is currently on right now. On its
I watched
last
first
season.
episode of Black Lightning. It was good.
Yeah. I think they're on season 4.
Yeah, I watched the first episode of season 4. It was pretty good. I like where they're going, even though I haven't watched past episode 1 of season 4. But like how they're doing, like Jeff's wife and children have killed people, and they don't see anything wrong with that, and he sees something wrong with that. So I like what they're going with that.
Also, China Anne McClain, who plays Jennifer, did leave the show. So they did recast her.
What?
If you watch,
it's not really new for the CW to recast characters.
But how they explain it is weird. They actually explain it on the show.
I wanna ask you guys this. So today is Sunday. Tomorrow's Monday, and we're gonna get our announcements of the Oscars. So I want to ask you guys who do you think is gonna be like your predictions? What are your predictions?
I don't know.
I think Borat's gonna win comedy. It won Golden Globe.
There is no comedy in.
Yeah, there's no comedy Oscar
in the Oscars.
Oh well, I'm just an idiot.
No, really.
Off the top of my head, I do hope Chicago 7's nominated for Best Picture. It's not gonna win, but I hope it is. I imagine if it's gonna win anything, it's gonna win screenplay. So that would be good.
Yeah, I think in terms of Best Picture, it's gonna be Nomadland, Judas and the Black Messiah. There's one movie, Mank.
Oh, I don't think Mank should be nominated for Best Picture.
Okay,
I think it's fine, but it's not blow mind Oscar worthy kind of thing.
Right.
Chadwick Boseman is 100% winning.
He will. He will
win supporting. He will win supporting.
He will. Okay, yeah. It's either I think I haven't seen Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. That could be in the list too. I think he will win his Oscar for The Five Bloods because if you've seen it, which you guys should,
for sure.
Great. Yeah, you've grilled me.
The Five Bloods should be nominated for Best Picture too.
It will, and I really hope Delroy Lindo wins Best Actor.
Yeah, Spike should be nominated for Best Director because of that.
I'll say I feel like
Chloe's gonna win though. Chloe's gonna win Best Director.
She is, but I feel like it's gonna be a long time till like a movie from like a streaming service will ever win Best Picture.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the
It
Sound
wasn't
of Metal.
Irishman nominated.
Yeah, it was, but it didn't win any Oscars, unfortunately. The Sound of Metal, One Night in Miami.
Oh yeah, Rizwan should be nominated
Riz
for Best
Ahmed.
Actor. Yeah.
You
Do you
said
just
my
call?
you said my last name.
I got confused for a second.
It's so
me.
funny.
I'm tired.
Bro, you take the first half of my last name, then you take my mom's last name and put them together. Bam, Riz Ahmed.
No.
All right. Is that all we got for this week, or is there anything else you guys want to cover?
Oh, I do hope One Night in Miami is nominated for Best Picture as well because I really like that movie.
I haven't seen it yet. I have yet to see it.
It's really good.
I know it's gonna get a Criterion release, so I'm probably gonna pick it up.
The actor who played Ali in that movie is the best the best adaptation actor for Ali I've seen in a movie, and you can quote me on that.
There's only like two. Well, him
There
and
was
then Will Smith.
Will Smith, and he did it better than Will Smith.
All right.
He felt like Ali, and I liked it.
All right. Cool.
Denzel was still a better Malcolm X than him, in my opinion, but he was still good.
Who was it?
I forgot the actor's name who played Malcolm X in One Night in Miami, but I felt Denzel did a better Malcolm X than his Malcolm X movie.
Yeah. Spike Lee's such a brilliant filmmaker. If you guys have not seen any of his movies, please do. You have to watch Do the Right Thing. Go watch Black Klansman, The Five Bloods, Malcolm X. You guys are missing out. But don't watch Old Boy. Forget Old Boy.
What old? No, we're thinking of different old boys.
Okay, Old Boy is a Korean movie that came out like in the 2000s, but
Yeah,
then remade it.
Bong Joon-ho's Old Boy is really good.
Dude, no. Old Boy wasn't directed by Bong Joon-ho.
It was.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. There was an Old Boy movie directed by Bong Joon-ho.
Well, if we're talking about the original one, then it's Park Chan-wook.
Was it? No, I'm pretty sure. Didn't Bong? Oh,
I think you're talking about a different film.
I don't remember, so I'm fact checking.
Yeah, fact check. Because I'm pretty sure Bong Joon-ho has definitely made a movie called Old Boy.
No, I think it's Mother you're talking about.
No. I've listened to a podcast on Bong Joon-ho's career before, and I'm pretty sure Old Boy was brought up.
The Host, Snowpiercer, Okja, Parasite,
I need to sign off because I need to get some sleep, and I'm the one recording.
Yeah.
All right, so
we're basically done here.
So let's wrap this up real quick.
Old Boy was directed by Park Chan-wook.
Oh, I guess I was wrong. Oh, that's a first.
Sure, buddy.
Okay, well,
all right,
I'm gonna stop recording now.
Wait, Trey has to do his outro.
All right, hang on.
He's gonna go. Did you not prepare?
Not here. The Old Boy that Mohammed's talking about from Spike Lee.